Lovely. Okay, so we're going to do a restorative Pilates class today. So we're going to start in standing. Lovely. Okay. It's a little game just to get the right angles. Right, okay. So start feet in line with knees, knees in line with hips. And I just want you to rise up onto your toes and then back down onto your heels. Toes to
Helen,
yeah.
Because you're standing in front of the window, we can't see you.
Right, okay. Okay, right, okay. Toes to heels. I'll move around. Okay. Toes to heels, toes to heel. This is just a bit of a focus on balance to get us going. Right. Better. Lovely. Good. Got a thumbs up then. Okay, now just switch right foot to left foot for a moment. So, lovely. And as you do that, push your hips out side to side. Okay. Lovely. So then, hips side to side. So make sure your feet are slightly wider than hip width apart, and just take your time here, pushing your hips out side to side, side to side. So I think what we're going to need is a book, so we can stand on a block or a book. So we'll grab one of those in a little while. And then from here, I just want us to do some circles. Your feet have to be placed nice and wide for this. Well done. Switch direction. Now, don't be afraid to push your tush out. Think about how your hamstrings are feeling. Okay, and then swing. So dip, swing, dip, swing. This will just help us to start to release off the knees a little. Don't rush, take your time here. Lovely. Okay. Standing in the center of your mat, I just want you to step back and lean back. So I'll change angles in a minute. Step and lean. Step together, step. So it's about toe placement, knee placement, lean, and together. Do that a few times. So this is helping us to release off our psoas. See, the sun is moving around my room. It's hilarious. Oh, crikey. Oh my God, it's hilarious. So step and lean. Step and lean. Okay, use your arms. I want you to scoop up your arms and take your hands higher. So scoop and lean back. So there's a little bit of tension through the hip flexors and the groin. As your arms start to sweep up higher, there you go. Oh, you get a big stretch to your abdominals. So this is some trigger point work, some fascia release work around the abdominals, and just starting to prime the hips. Well done. Okay, so we're going to change the shape. So this time, what we're going to do, we're going to step back and then sweep back in the same direction. So step back, sweep your arms in one direction and come forward. Switch sides, step back, bend the knees, and then sweep back. So this is three-dimensional work. So imagine you're in the inside of a sphere. So when you reach back, your fingers are brushing the inside of the bubble. So really take your time with it. And again, this might help to release off those hips. Put some effort into the stretch of the abdominals and the lean.
Helen, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
When we put our feet back, Are they in parallel or are they out sideways, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter at this point.
Okay, thank you.
Morning, Annie. I didn't see Annie sneak in. Lovely to see you. With this move, I want you to think about the next 4 to each side bigger. So what do you need to do to make that bubble bigger? How big is that stride back? Where are you looking? How do your abdominals feel? Well done. Okay, so let's come back to that lovely shoulder sequence that we've been working on. Okay, so to start with, in the first movement, we are taking shoulder up to ear, up, through neutral, down, up, through neutral, down. So when we take it up, it's really pulling up to the ear. On the down phase, I want you to almost like squeeze, God forbid, back fat. So it's up and down. So it's a real depression of the shoulder. Shove it down as if you're holding on to a really heavy handbag. Well done. Okay, let's switch sides. So shoulder to ear and down. Shoulder to ear and down. Keep going. Right, lovely. Okay, so from here, shoulder rolls as big and intense. Well done. Big movements. Now this is all work around the scapula, around, back and down, around, back and down. Well done. Okay, and then from there, we take the elbow, so it's 90 degrees at the elbow. We take the elbow across the body to the outside of the other shoulder, back through neutral and pull back. So it's a full range of movement. And again, as you progress with this movement, I want you to add in rotation. So on that pullback, I want you to feel what's going on in the trunk. So allow the body to rotate and twist with you. Ooh. Ooh. Lovely. So this really put the effort, so it's that extra inch every time. So you're not just kind of like moving your body, you're really putting some effort into that rotation. Well done. And then switch sides. Okay, so think about your lineup. So your hand is on the horizon. And again, as with all movements, the range becomes greater as you mobilize. So again, it's restorative work here. And all around lubricating the spine, the spaces between the joints. Lovely. Really enjoy that rotation and twist. Lovely. Slow it down if you can. And release. Good, good, good. Okay. So then we go up to 12 o'clock, down to 6. Up to 12, one arm only, down to whatever that is, 6, 7, 8, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9, 12, 11, 10. So again, it's a slow movement. We just work on that. As the movement progresses, you start to flex through the trunk. So flex through the trunk, send the hand back. Really open up the back movement because that will stretch out. So in Pilates, a lot of our work is around lengthening. So it's not a bent elbow, it's a real stretch through the hand, and it will help you stretch off the front of the arms, which often get too tight because we spend a lot of our time with flexed elbows. So it's really important to really get that finish. Okay, now we switch sides. So it's a long time in the movement. So lengthening and progressing each time. So, and think about how the trunk is stretching. Lovely. And I really want you to focus on that straight elbow. How straight can you keep that elbow? How far can it go back? Feel that lovely movement. One arm only, it's easier if you can. Well done. It's such a nice movement. It's so good for the intercostals, so the muscles around the ribs that connect the ribs. Slow it down if you can, Pat. You're a bit swingy. Lovely. Good job. And release. Good. Lovely. Okay, so let's have a look at some rib isolation. So I want you to stand with your feet close together. Squeeze your thighs together. Your hips downward, stay still. Arms come up at 90 degrees. Okay, we're going to reach out to one side, center, and then the other, center. So your arms stay on the horizon. Lovely. Okay, so when you do this, elongate through your trunk, long through your neck, really finish beyond your fingernails. Lovely. Okay. Now we're going to turn the palms up and see how that feels. I know I'm in shadow here, but I can see the light helps with the silhouette. Okay, so now we're going to take the arms higher. So big reach. So again, it's just targeting the trunk muscles and your obliques. Lovely. Straight arms. Keep them straight. So it's a shift of your ribs. Lovely. Okay, and then release the arms. Good, 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 good. So now to finish this section with shoulders, we take the arms behind us, bend the knees and sit in neutral. So your weight is equal through your feet. And we start to crisscross the arms. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I can't win wherever I go in this room. There's sun. There's sun. 1, 2. 1, 2. Bend the knees. Jane, hinge at your hips slightly so there's a tilt with your body, like you're coming into a dive. That's it. Lovely. 1, 2. In neutral through the neck, so we're not looking down. It's a natural gaze. 1, 2. 1, 2. Again, it will feel fairly intense around the arms. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, here's the change. 1, 2, arms up, sit. 1, 2, arms up, reach. So it's half circle, 1, 2, and reach. Half circle, 1, 2, reach. Lovely. Okay, well done. Okay, so I'm just going to move the laptop a minute because I want you to just see my legs only. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are going to work on the waistline. So I'm sorry in advance, all right, girls? Okay, so we're going to go as wide as you can in your position, and we're going to lift one toe. Arms will straighten overhead, and we're going to pull down elbow to knee on the lifted heel. Ow. Lifted knee. So elbow comes down, it touches, but you stay nice and low. Try if you can to work on pushing those knees out. So think about the pressure in the, 2 more, think about the pressure in the baby toe. So see if you can get the elbow to touch the knee. Well done. And then we switch. So when we switch sides, it's the heel that lifts. You have to stand wide. This is a wide stance, and that is in order for your elbow to get down and touch that knee. So you lift, don't forget to lift your heel, reach up, touch down, nice and low. Good job. Good job. Lovely. 6. Leave one arm straight. So as you pull down, you just pull down one arm only. So feel that squeeze into the ribs. This is all waistline work. It's around trunk function, how the muscles connect into the pelvis. Well done. Well done. And then release. How do we feel? Feel okay? Oh, okay. All right. So when you get that, oh, hell, right, soz. Okay, so hopefully you're nice and warm now. Let's just come straight down onto the floor. Lie on our backs and go into restorative stretch. Well done. Okay, so just stay there and make yourself as long as possible. Right. Well done. Okay. So from here, take yourself into a full body stretch. Okay. Cross right leg over left. And have a bit of a wiggle jiggle. Uncross, switch legs. So it's just crossing over your ankles, have a bit of a wiggle jiggle. Okay, so from here, I want you to bring your knees into chest. We did this last week quite a lot. Arms go out wide. I want us to just spend, we're going to make the movement small and then make it bigger. So we're going to start, so if you just watch me, we're going to start by dropping the knees, maybe just 5-10 degrees to one side and then the other. That's how we start. We're going to take our arms behind our head. So we're taking away our stabilizers, and each time you do this, you make this bigger. And what I want you to do is keep the elbows down throughout the process. So only go as far as your elbows let you. Now the tip is to breathe out as you reset. So breathe in as you're going away from your midline. Breathing out on the reset. Really slow this down, take your time with this, and each time make it bigger. So think about heels away from bottoms. Lovely. Slowly drifting like a flow from one side to the other, and hopefully by now you'll move your range to be quite strong, quite large. If you can, try and keep your knees together. Keep focusing on shoulders and elbows down on your mat. Lovely. So again, this targets the front of the torso, right the way through your ribs. So this really opens up that front fascia. Hopefully you like this. This should feel nice. I can't tell if you're happy or not. Give me a thumbs up. Or a feet up. Nice. Lovely. For a moment, you stretch by leaving your knees on one side. And stay there for a second. Let's take your top leg and straighten it. If you want to, hold on to its big toe. Look in the opposite direction. Come back to centre. Slowly drop onto the opposite side. Straight leg. If you want to, hold on to its big toe and make that stretch deeper. Look away. Well done. Come back to centre. Okay, so we've got a new combo to show you today. So God forbid I'm going to face you to start with because I need you to see my feet. Okay, right. So we're going to start with a bridge, okay? So if you can see my toes, I'm just going to walk it through what we're going to do. So we're going to start with heels lifted, up, out, in, down. Got it? So we're coming up. So heels lift first, bridge second, knees wide, bring them together, lay your spine down. That's first position, okay? So it's a combination of things going on here. So heels lift first, lift spine, knees out, bring them in, lay the spine back down, heels down. Up, up, wide, together, down. Now, with this type of movement, I just want you to try and make it flow. So just take your time with your breath. And as soon as the spine's out and in, I'm leaving my heels up now because I feel I can. So I'm on my tiptoes right the way through the process. Well done. Okay, now let's see if we can reverse this. So what does that look like? So this time, knees out wide, heels together, lift up, knees together, out, spine down. So heels are off the ground, lift up, knees wide, bring them together, squeeze them together, separate the knees, let the spine come down. Up, 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 up. Together, together, ow, 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 and yeah, that's a bit of cramp. So again, this is, yes, it does. Sorry, Sue. Last time, and then draw your knees into chest. So that would have targeted a lot of the muscles that sit around the top of the femur. So you may have gone, ooh, and also you may have felt that in the back of the legs. Good, 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 good. Okay, knees into chest. Okay, give yourself a bit of a cutch. And we're going to come up into the 100. So from here, let's point those toes, knees at 90 degrees, brace to the abdominals, arms long. Okay, so today, be aware of your hands on the carpet. So what we're going to do is put chin to chest, slide your hands down towards the carpet and back down again. Slide your hands away from you and back down again. So today, if this is too much in the neck, just focus on arms and beat the arms. So there's an option for you. If not, slide your hands down the carpet, chin to chest. Breathing out. Now, I want you to put your tiptoes together and separate your knees. So we're going to work again on external hip rotation. And this time as we continue, we lift the arms. So the toes are together. So we've modified the 100 to just lift the arms. So again, it's just challenging different areas of the abdominals. Also, when the knees are separated like this, it creates a stronger vulnerability to the pelvic floor. So we need to really focus on the breath and focus on the contract, relax of the pelvic floor. You've got 2 more, and then we're progressing straight away. So heels into bottom, extend into double leg stretch. Heels into bottom. Let's add in the arms, double leg stretch. So today, again, knees wide. So when your legs come in, your knees separate, you bring your thighs together as you extend. Again, if you want to, you can lift your chin to chest. Now, because of the nature of this movement, I want you to try and lift the bottom on the in phase. So in, out, in, out. Good job. In, out. In, out. Ow, that's fairly intense, especially trying to lift the bottom. In and out. Last time. Well done. Take yourself into a relaxed position. Ooh. God. Collapsing. Just so you lot can see, you're all collapsed there. I'm not sure. You all look like I've just killed you. Okay, so I'm putting a bit of focus because I'm aware of hips. Sometimes we just need to work on getting that movement going in the hips, trying to lubricate it and release off where there's tension. Okay, so one of the things I want us to do today is, again, knees are separated. So if you can watch for a minute, my feet are flexed. So that's the first thing. I've got a lovely flexed ankle. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to lift and then put my knees together. Lift and get my heels together. So it's a lift and lower, lift and lower. Take your time with this. Now I've lifted up onto my shoulder because I want to bring in more around my trunk, and I want my shoulder to take some load. Okay, but if you find that's too much, you can lie down. You might find your range is greater if you lie down. Have a little play with it. So it's just preference really, more than anything else. So again, you may feel restricted in the movement. Four, three, two, well done. Stay up there, extend your leg, and now we circle. Nice and tall. So really think about your lines here. If you want to extend your arm towards the ceiling, really push. So I want you to kind of lift that waistline up, push it up. So we're still on the bottom, but we're circling. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, and 3, and 2. Switch. Keep that neck long, ear away from the shoulder. 4, oh, I lie. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Good job. Okay, push up. Okay, so swing your back leg back as far as it can go. Lovely. Okay, from here, I want you to slide your hands so your trunk will kind of slide forward over the front of your shin. And I want your hands to land somewhere. So the idea is that we're just sliding forward, relax in the neck and see how far you can travel forward. Really important not to look up, look down, chin to chest, just slide forward. Now, if you need to take a break from this, rise up and repeat. So just slide your hands, land them somewhere. And then feel this. Where do you need to move? Can you make any adjustments here? Do you need to, for me, it's like I just had to move my boob out the way. And then find that stillness. Try and let go of where you may be tight in the groin or tight in the leg. Well done, rise up. Now, we're just going to do a handful of these, okay? So from this position, if you've got enough room, we're just coming up and coming over. Coming up and over. Just going to do a handful of these. You might notice the difference from one side to the other. One more as you look away. One more, come back to center, and then we're going to switch sides, come down onto our side, and get ready to repeat again. Okay, so we kick off with flexed feet. That's the important thing. Knees lovely and bent. Lift up through your torso, so keep the ear away from the shoulder. Really focus on that. Lift, lift, lift of the waistline. We lift, knees touch. Lift, heels touch. Lift, knee. Good. Lovely. So again, keep having that mini checks. What's going on with my trunk? Where am I with my waist? Lovely. Long through the spine. Relax the neck. Well done. So really focus each time. How does that feel? Does one side feel slightly different to the other? Mine doesn't feel very smooth. I feel like I'm jaggery, going like on one side to the other. Again, push up through that torso so you're lifting up through your waist. Last time, stay where you are, lift the leg, point the toe, and we circle. If you want to, you can extend your arm. And again, really go for this because you're going to feel this. The whole leg feels heavy. Push up through your torso. Ooh. This is my cheating side. It always hurts on this side. So normally I pop up and check you. I fake being a coach. I'm being honest, switch direction. But today I'm not. Ooh. Think about what the leg's feeling like on the back side. How's the glutes? Ooh. 2 and release. Well done. Come up, 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 up. Okay. And then again from here, I want you to swing that back leg backwards. Give yourself a moment. And then land your arms, hands somewhere. So focus on sliding forward. Think about where you're going. Does it feel different from one side to the other? Does it feel balanced? Relax your neck. That's the important thing. So just relax your chin to your chest. Slide forward. Now you either can settle there and make some adjustments or keep rising up and sliding down. So it's up to you how you feel. The important thing is we're getting that, we're trying to release off the hip. We're trying to slide forward through the center of your shin. Our natural tendency is to work over the thigh, but we're coming forward over the shin where we can. Lovely. Well done. And find that stillness. So stay there for a moment. Find that stillness. Rise up. And once again, we're just going to rotate. So we're going to take both legs over to one side and then back another to the original side. 1. Again, you might notice which side feels more natural. Well done. And then release, relax. Good job. Okay, flip over into child's pose and stretch out for a moment. Okay, so we We have different positions here. Some of you will favour bum as far down as possible. Maybe try your arms to your side. Stretch your hands forward and push your hands. Push, physically use your upper body to push your bum down as low as you can onto your tail. So tail towards the floor as low as possible. Really use your hands to push back, push back. Again, this helps to stretch out and just take the tension out of the sacroiliac joint. Okay, and then to change that up, I want you to come forward, bottom off your heels, stretch your arms as far forward as possible and try and get your boobs down. So this changes again into your back. The idea is your ears are really low, your head is low, your tail is high. Keep stretching those arms. Lovely. Okay, so from here, we're coming into a dolphin type move. So I need your forearms to follow each other and plant them down. So my head is low, so I'll show you first. So I'm lifting knees and walking feet in, resting my heels down. Okay, so from here is a straight leg kick and down switch. Okay, join in when you're ready. Feel the stretch of the Achilles. That's why we're taking the hands and wrists out of it. So you need to push back, lift the tail as high as you can. And you might need to walk your feet in a little bit. Lovely straight legs. So once your feet are in and your tail as high as you can. So it's almost like the top of your hairline touches the mat to give you an idea of where your head is. Lovely. Ooh, you all look fab. So we've got 10 to go, 5 each side. Again, this does have, it works extension. Think about really pushing that extra inch. Okay, and then release. Bring your knees down and sit back. Just rest off your forearms. Well done, team. Woo. Okay. So sat back on our, again, hopefully by the end of this session, your spine will just feel lovely and just superb. Okay, so work through 2 variations. One is relaxed foot, 2 toes under. When your toes under, your feet ache. However, when your feet are flat, your range, your journey is bigger. So choose which one and play with both. Okay. So what we're looking for is a tilt of the pelvis. Use the thighs to lift up. Rock back as far as you can, then sit down. So we tilt to rise, drop back as far as you can, and then bring the bottom down. So we're going to add into this in a moment. So it's important that you're feeling the stretch through the thighs. So I know it can be quite tough on the knees. You need to lean back to the point where you're like, oh, and have a play. Try and mix it up with toes curled under heels to top of foot. See which one you prefer or hate. Remember, a lot of our work is around focusing on strengths, but developing the weaknesses. So the bits that we avoid, we do need to target, even if it's just for a few moments. Yes, it does. We'll do a nice hamstring stretch next. Okay, so for the last 10, what I want you to do is to look at a rotation again. So we drift the arm back, use the thighs and your trunk to pull yourself back into position. Out breath. Float those arms. One more each way. Last time. And then release. Well done. Okay, let's just switch that up for a second. Come into downward facing dog. So spread your fingers, curl your toes, lift your knees, lift your tail. Think about neutral alignment. So you've got to think about ears lined up to arms. Brace your belly. If you want to go for a little walk here, so bend one knee slowly, look under your armpit, switch sides. Enjoy that through the back of the leg. Enjoy that range in the ankles. Lovely twist through the torso. Well done. Okay. From here, we're going to bend the knees nice and low. As low as possible, and then we straighten the legs. Okay, so we're bending the knees, floating the knees to almost touching the mat, and then lift the tail. So bend the knees, and then lift the tail. Oh. Bend the knees, feel that stretch in the legs. Two more. Really get the knees to barely touch your mat. Well done. Knees down. Sit back, rest out your wrists. Are we feeling okay? Okay. Lovely. Okay. So I'm just going to give your wrists a rest. Okay. Sit, feet wide. Shake off your legs. Turn your toes in and then out. Right, make this bigger. Try and get your toes to touch. Really interesting. So, seeing yourself on camera all the time, so I can see all my imbalances. See if you can straighten off your legs. Well done. Okay, so from there, I want you to take your hands behind you, fingers forward, have a play, okay? Play with wrists, decide which is more comfortable. We're looking to lower down onto our forearms and push back up, straightening, not just straightening the arms, but lifting the chest at the top of the movement. So we roll back, forearms down, push up and lengthen. So slowly lower down, slowly push up. So it's really important you get the whole of the arm down. That's it, lovely. If you're finding this is quite easy, maybe adjust your hands. So really think about sliding your hands further up your waist. So that's it. Now come up from there, Barbara. See how that feels. At the top of the movement, almost lift your chest, really straighten off the elbows. Lovely. If you want to, take one leg out. Lift one leg up into tabletop, repeat. How does that feel? Awful. I got a couple of like, no, no, that's just horrid. Well done. Well done. And release. Good job. Okay, lie back, give yourself a full body stretch. Well done. So wrist, everything's been moved. Restorative, my arse, restorative. Okay. So what I'd like us to do before we start to, so the big one now, okay? We've always had fun with this over the years because it's difficult to coordinate at this point in the class. Okay, so we're going to start with some rotations and then some ta-das. So what I'm looking for is elbow to knee is phase one. Okay, watch, watch, watch. Then a ta-da. Ta-da! Elbow to knee, ta-da! Elbow to knee, elbow to knee. Ta-da! Don't overthink this. Elbow to knee, and then that knee that your elbow's touching straightens, and your elbow that's touching that knee straightens. I love this because it goes just to rat. Ta-da! Nice. Elbow to knee. Ta-da! Elbow to knee. Ta-da! Nice. So straighten that leg. So not only does the elbow and the arms go ta-da, the knee goes straight as well, Pat. Like I said, it normally goes to rats at this point. Elbow to knee and then straighten. Ta-da! So it's almost like your hand is reaching up towards its ankle. Opposite hand to ankle, straight legs. Rotate. Straight legs. Rotate. Straight legs. Good. Lush. You look flipping gorgeous. 4 more. And 3. And 2. Well done, you little beauties. Relax. Reset. Give yourself a minute. Okay. Right. So before we come into relaxation, you're all perfectly in the perfect position to now relax off the pelvic floor, please. So a little bit of restorative work here on the pelvic floor. So I need you to, it's really weird because some of you have landed and you've all put your hands on your bellies. So lie in that position, bent knee, rest your hands on your pelvis for me. Okay. Okay, and I don't know where I was going to demonstrate then because there's nothing to demonstrate. Okay, if you can you drop your knees wide, soles of your feet together? Okay, and just relax there for a minute. So there's no point having a high tone pelvic floor. We need to be able to do the relaxed side of it as well as the turned on side of it, because that's not giving us a functioning pelvic floor if the tone is just tight and strong all the time. Okay, so, and at this point in the class, we're probably, your bladder's filling up anyway. So I want you to try and relax. I need you to relax through the vagina, and a good way of doing this is to think about contract, tighten, then relax. Okay? If your knees and your hips are aching, you can just bring them back together. So this is just a bit of you time now, okay? And your hands are on your pelvis just for a bit of feedback, because I want you to fully relax, particularly around the perineum. Feel that heaviness sort of like sinking into the back of the sacrum, the back of your pelvis. And just really, and I've talked about a pre-wee tingle. I want you to almost get to that state. Not always a good idea at this point in the class. I want you to really think about how relaxed can you make that. Now, tighten. So now I want you to lift and tighten at the perineum. feel that tension come on and feel that tension build up. So I want you to, that whole area is just creating tension and tightening without the pelvis changing shape, and then let it go. And not just let it go, super mega let it go. So let's do that a few more times. It could be that if you gave yourself an examination, you're so relaxed that you wouldn't feel your fingers examining yourself. That's the level of relax you should get to. And it might be a bit of practice to help you understand the power of your pelvic floor. So work on that really big tension on through the perineum, that lift, that tightening up where there's wind, where there's water. So your bladder, the bottom, all nice and tight, and then relax it down, but not just relax, beyond relax. Well done. Okay, bring your knees together. Lovely. And hold on to your shins just to relax off your back as well. So hold on to your shins, cut you in just for a minute. Lovely. Okay. And then if you can, separate your knees and hold on to the arches of your feet if you can in happy baby pose. I know it's not for everyone. So the idea is the feet are coming up towards the ceiling. Lovely. Oh, I can see all your feet. It's really sweet. Okay, have a play with this again. A gentle rock side to side. So a gentle rock, because you're really going over your spine muscle, like the muscles wrapped around your spine. Might be a bit of tenderness. Are you better just shifting your weight forward slightly, or come up towards your shoulders slightly? Just feel that lovely gentle massage of your spine. Lovely. See if you can straighten off your knees so your legs go wide. Just a little focus there. Again, a slight rock side to side. Might be a bit tender here, so see how you feel. Lovely. Bend the knees. Just pop the heels onto the floor, the bottom onto the floor, and lift yourself up into a bridge. Just for a little, just that again, just a little bridge, just lift the hips, just to release off. Well done. Bottom comes down. Drop both knees to one side and hold it there. Again, look in the opposite direction if you want to stretch out your arms. See how you feel. Do you want to lengthen that leg, that top leg? Okay, switch sides. Well done. Again, enjoy it, see how that feels. And now we relax. Okay, take yourself into a comfortable position, whatever that's going to look like. Just take a few restorative breaths in, breaths out. Make yourself as comfortable on your sofa, wherever you want to be. If you struggle with back pain, maybe your knees connected and feet nice and wide. That's quite a comfortable position. But you're in the comfort of your own home, so you can do whatever you like. Use that breath to help you sink and feel heavy. Use that breath to slow down your pace. Think about the breath into the belly. Breath into the belly to avoid the top of the chest. You want your belly to swell. Allow the breath to be audible. It's okay. Let the breathing control your relaxation. Your bit of time out. Continue to relax and breathe. Being you is you're important. Think about the sounds within.
Playing all songs shuffled.
Think about sounds around. That sense of well-being. Finding the good and the grateful in everything we do. That you're positive and you are working on your health. You're working to improve yourself, being the best version of you. That every second counts. That everything you do is working towards your future. Your positivity. Your extra mile. Your gratitude. Your kindness. Don't sweat. What do they say? Don't worry about stuff that you can't control. Just simply be you. Focus on what you can control. Tapping into your heart and be kind. Relax. Use this time to focus on your affirmations. Being the best version of you today. Bringing joy and sunshine. When you're ready, create some movement. Bring yourself to a seated position when you're ready. I don't know. I've turned you all off. I don't know how to turn you all on. Oh, there you go. Well done, lovely people. How are you feeling?
Lovely.
Okay.